Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Cal.
And this is Misfit.
And we're here with our Week 3 playoff preview. This is it, guys.
Coming down to the wire.
Yeah, coming down to the wire. We are at
2 more weeks of Overwatch League action left for the season.
Yeah. 3, but we're one of those weeks.
One's a bye week.
Yeah.
Or like an in-between.
Yeah.
That Super Bowl week where you're just stirring.
Yeah.
They end up watching, some offensive lineman for said Super Bowl team's mother's piano teacher talks about him as a 3-year-old.
Right.
Are we going to get that,
or it'll
Bumper's kindergarten teacher?
It'll be that, or they'll do the whole big story about, maybe they'll do the story about Costa. They'll really do a big long thing of why he got the award he got.
The Internet Hulk.
The Internet Hulk Award.
Man of the Year. I can't pronounce his last name.
Dennis Halaska?
I'm terrible with names, guys. You know this.
Something like that. He was German.
I barely can fucking pronounce my name, and it's 3 letters.
Yeah, it's Walter Payton Man of the Year rolls off the tongue a lot easier than
that one rolls off the
Dennis
tongue.
Holinka.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
But maybe we'll get more, things with the other guys that are winning awards here and there.
Yeah.
We talked about Sinatra and Hacksaw a little bit.
We talked about the Roll Stars as well.
Yeah, and the Roll Stars. I liked that one a lot.
Yeah, I thought that was a good idea.
Kind of the all-pro team thing. That was kind of good. But, there really hasn't been a lot going on.
No. As
far as news or anything like that. You have, people moving here and there, like coaches and this and that, and no real. Obviously, they're not going to do player movement until October 1st, I believe.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And
I think it's 2 days after the final.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, we're gonna start go head first into these matches. We're gonna start with the ones tonight, and then hit the one to the big match tomorrow. Obviously they're all big matches. The winners bracket match tomorrow night.
Yeah. And
then we'll dive into what we think is going to happen, kind of like a reworked bracket. Even though our brackets are kind of intact still,
really the only thing that's thrown it off is Atlanta beating San Francisco.
But we had San Francisco winning out in the bottom bracket anyway.
Right.
So,
we just had them losing a game later.
Yeah, exactly. And Atlanta playing them twice.
Yeah.
Which I kind of think, depending on what happens in the winner's bracket game.
Right.
Which is going to be a monster.
Oh my god. Absolutely, it's going to be so good.
I go in the 2 best teams clashing for the rights to go to the finals.
Yeah.
Need Brett Musburger or something like that, or one of those old school football.
You're looking live.
You're looking live at the Blizzard Arena.
There's about 500 people here. Out of the 2,000 seats.
They're waiting for the Gladiators to play.
Yeah.
Wait, there's about 15 people in the back changing jerseys right now. Here they come. Here are the fans.
They had to change out of their Shanghai jerseys. They're now wearing Vancouver.
Okay. I want to live in LA to be able to afford that many jerseys.
I know, right?
Well, of course, you go walk into the arena and you're just like, oh, well, I'll buy a backup for today. I guess.
I'm here. Might as well buy one.
Yeah.
All right. So let's dive in to tonight's games. Starting off, we got Atlanta Hangzhou. Probably the most up in the air game that we've had yet.
I know a lot of people are kind of down on Atlanta, kind of thinking that they, well, not down, but they think they shot their thing on playing San Francisco. You guys realize how good New York is, right now? There's a reason why they're playing Vancouver.
Yeah.
And it's Atlanta's not bad, and Hangzhou, like I keep saying, they're the slow burn in the meta. It takes them a couple of games, but once they get to where they're comfortable, they become very scary.
Right, and they're kind of getting into that groove now. So I think this might be one of the better games that we're going to get this weekend, just because both of these teams are really hitting their strides. Even though Atlanta lost to New York, in that loss, it wasn't like they got stomped.
No.
It was
It was a close game.
Very close game, and on top of that, you've got those moments where New York they pulled out their patented moves of like winning team fights that they had no business winning and holding points when they had like one or two people on the point. And
I swear I think their respawn timer is
right, like
hacked or something. It just seems like there's like one guy that all of a sudden, they're all back. How did that happen?
Right, like their Lucio was on the point the whole time. Yeah, yet they're all back already.
And they got 2 picks, and they turned this fight around, and here we are.
Right.
I just think Atlanta wasn't. They weren't terrible. I think in this game, this is closer than that game's gonna. Getting a feel on this one is fucking hard.
Yeah, I really don't know where to lean on this because like both of these teams are just playing out of their minds, and I feel like it's such a 50-50. Like I can't lean heavily towards one or the other.
It's hard, and especially when you don't know the map pool. Yeah. Which I kind of like that. All right, where are they going to go?
Right, like
that
which team likes which map better, and then like are there those moments where one team is really good at a map, but the other team is also really good at that map? Like I know that's happened a few times.
And there's been a couple where a team is like unstoppable on a map, and the other team's like, no, we're going to play that map,
right?
Because we feel with this comp we're better on this map than you,
right?
Which I mean. Hey, whatever you're confident in doing,
right? Do that.
Yeah, and this one's going to be back and forth. I think. I mean, what do you think? Some of the big, obviously, the big factors are going to be Gator.
Yes.
I think guys like Bezzy playing Doomfist, and he's been playing that really well, and Godsby, their DPS, they're more dependent on their DPS popping off.
I think 100%. I think Hangzhou, like as strong as their tanks can be at times, like with how well Gushui played during the season and all these other parts, like
and Rio and
they are really much more dependent on their DPS and their DPS really carrying them than any other team that's left in the playoffs.
And I think their support line is, I think it's better than Atlanta's.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
They're close. I mean, by better, not by a ton.
Right. I would say Atlanta has the best Western support line.
Other than Shaz
and Big Goose. Like, I think they're probably right on that same level as those two.
Yeah, I think so too.
They just don't quite have the same chemistry just because Shaz and Big Goose have been playing for so long, so that's what gives them that advantage. But
yeah, exactly.
I think those two are among the best as far as Western support players, but being the best Western support player puts you like 4th or 5th overall.
Yeah, and I think for them to do well, that Gator has to play like he did this weekend.
Yeah,
and it's not a surprise anymore.
No, it's not.
And the more you play, the more people figure out what you're doing and your weaknesses and where you can get attacked. How to go about it. I mean, the same goes for Hangzhou, from Atlanta's aspect. They really need the tanks to perform, Atlanta. And when they perform well, occasionally, Dogman does feed and stuff like that, but as long as they're getting picks and Gator is, doing the damage that he needs to do on Sigma.
It'll open it enough for a guy like Erster to come in and just wipe the floor. Yeah,
or Baby Bay to do something big, like he's done, with Reaper or with Symmetra or whatever the pick this week is going to be.
Right. And that's really the thing with Atlanta is like they don't rely as much on their DPS. They rely more on their tanks to create space for the DPS. Whereas like I feel like Hangzhou, like they use the tanks to create the space, but like
their DPS are the carry.
Their DPS are the carry, whereas the tanks are more the carry because like the Atlanta they create space and get picks.
Yeah, and especially with Gator skill level on Sigma. I mean, that's going to be huge.
Yeah,
and I mean, what Hangzhou needs to do is like they almost need to watch what New York did.
Yeah,
like with playing the Doomfist on that kind of.
I'm sure
on that defensive kind of waiting to see what happens because Ursa is just a monster on Doomfist, but you gotta watch that halt pick punch thing, that whole stuff, and you have to I'd say focus. I'd get rid of Gator first.
Yeah. Oh, focus Gator for sure.
I mean, that's kind of like what you got to do. I mean, the Orisa anymore is just an enabler.
Yeah.
It's the shield, the bongo, and the halt. That's all you really care about with the Orisa. It's not a main damage dealer or anything like that.
Right.
And obviously, running Moira and Lucio with it. I mean, your Lucio. See, that's the thing. IDK is a better Lucio. As much as we like Masa, IDK is fantastic, man.
He's really phenomenal, Lucio.
And you don't think about what Lucio does until the Lucio player does it. Boosts somebody into like a big ult, like a Death Blossom.
Puts on a speed boost to get people away from a bad situation, or to move them in faster, or like there's just
sound
so many.
during Sigma's ult.
Yeah.
Lucio's kind of like everyone thinks like a tank, like if you're going into football terms, like an offensive lineman. Lucio's kind of the offensive lineman that's protecting what's going on,
right?
And at the crucial moment, it does something big.
Yeah.
Does that? Gets the edge pass rusher and just knocks him out of the play. Mm-hmm. That's what Lucio's job is in this thing. It's to. Moira, everybody knows what Moira's there for.
Right.
It's the massive amount of healing.
Yeah, just dumping healing everywhere.
and then Bongo ult.
Yeah.
I mean, her and Orisa work so good together, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And these guys playing it, it's even more so.
Right.
So, okay, we've danced around this one a little bit. So,
oh, man. I am leaning still... I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm leaning on Atlanta in this one, too.
As much as I think Hangzhou is starting to come together, I think they still just don't have that full cohesion that they need to, like, really push through those super crucial moments. Like, when they're rolling, they're great.
Yeah.
And they can beat just about anybody. But when you get those really, really tight situations, I'm still not fully sold on them.
Yeah. And there's a weird thing that I did see on Twitter, and it was Dogman. I'm just throwing this out there. He said, "Oh my God, am I getting fucking sick right now? Are you kidding me?"
Right.
If he's sick and they have to put somebody else in,
they're done.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But even if he's sick and he's playing and he's a little off, put him on Moira and just here.
Right.
Throw the yellow ball. Can you throw the yellow ball?
Please.
and hit
E
Q.
Left click. E left click. Q.
Yeah. I think you could. I think you could do that. Don't feed. Just don't feed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I mean, he's one of those guys that's going to be out there, though. I could feel it.
Oh, for sure.
It's like you fucking kidding. It's not going to stop me.
No.
Dude, you're just playing Moira.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh God, it's like every Moira we get in our league or in our games when you're not playing her.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Where are you going, Moira? Oh, you're going to die.
Okay. Bye, Moira.
Did you have fun 1v1 that Reinhardt and the Sigma? There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, now we don't have healing, and I'm playing Anna because I want to learn Anna. Well, we're fucked. Hey, although I did get a couple of good fucking pee bottles off last night.
You did, yeah.
No one did anything with it because once you died, it was over.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
I was like, I tried to keep you up.
I mean, then I got anti-pee bottled, so
yeah. Then it was like we were throwing those like pee bottles everywhere. It was,
yeah.
It was like a fucking European soccer game, or actually more like a Mexican soccer game.
Yeah.
They like the pee bags in Central American soccer, and I'm not making that up. Google that shit.
Or don't.
Yeah, maybe that's a bad idea.
Right. All right. So let's move on to the second game of the night. We're both picking Atlanta on the first one.
Yeah.
Second game of the night, we got the
This
Gladiators
one could be tasty,
versus
man.
the Shock. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm very much intrigued by this, but
I mean, your brain automatically says San Francisco, San Francisco, San Francisco.
For sure.
And it's all of the things. But the Gladiators got those factors in there every once in a while.
They've got that, and they've also just got that, like, okay, we're going into this game. Everybody's expecting us to lose.
Yeah, they're chill. They're hard to beat.
Right.
When you don't put this, like, when they get pressure put, it's a pressure situation, but nobody thinks they're going to do anything.
Right. Everyone's just assuming that San Francisco is going to win automatically.
Yeah. And, I mean, Sureforce going to be chill anyway. The thing I worry about them is their tank line is,
questionable.
At least in this meta, they're kind of
Yeah.
And if you want to talk biggest busts, like everyone was throwing out, Roar is kind of up there for me.
Yeah. He had a lot of hype going into this season. He's not been bad, but yeah, he
was going to be fix the we lost fissure problem.
Yeah. And he has not been that.
No, but they're here, so I mean,
true. Honestly, the best acquisition they've made is Void.
Yeah. Void has proven to be fantastic, and I didn't think anything was going to come of that.
No.
Especially when they lost a leader like Bishu.
Yeah.
But, he's proven himself to be a very valuable commodity for them.
Absolutely.
And their support line is their support line.
Right. Like we talked about it in the last...
I call it even on the support lines.
Yeah.
Maybe Moth is a little bit better than Big Goose right now.
Yeah. But still...
But Violet Shaz, I'm going even.
Violet Shaz are pretty even. Like, maybe a slight edge to San Francisco. Just because there's times where Big Goose gets picked when you really don't want to get picked.
Yeah, exactly. And then, it's so hard to go against San Francisco because they're playing Smurf and they're playing Choi on their tank line.
And Choi Hilbin has already proven that he
does everything.
Probably one of the best Sigmas already.
Yeah. Best Sigma, best Roadhog, one of the best divas.
Like, unreal.
Yeah. So, anything you want to go, even if you want to change it up and try and do something drastically different.
Right.
To attack that. I mean, there is even a possibility it's not going to happen. They could put Super In on a map and try the Reinhardt, Zarya, Reinhardt, something else, if they wanted to. And then that leaves, you're talking DPS. I can't call it even. Sureforce above and beyond. But
he's probably one of the best Reapers in the league, for sure.
But
you're going against Sinatra.
Who's a god-level fucking Doomfist.
Yeah.
I mean, he's way better. I mean, Hydration's good. He blows Hydration's Doomfist out of the water.
Not even. Okay.
And then the other one, it depends on who you're playing. They've been playing Striker on Reaper, which has worked out fantastic.
And he's been playing very well.
But then you also have Architect if you want to do some kind of Pharah thing. You have Rascal if you want to just do anything or everything.
Right.
You just don't... We don't know what we're going to do. Just put Rascal in on this map and we'll figure it out from there.
He'll play something.
But, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a terribly big blowout of a game. I don't think it's going to be in question, really, either.
Yeah.
I mean, deep down, I want Los Angeles to win, but... Realistically, if you're going, all right, looking at this like from a betting perspective, you got to take San Francisco. And if it was we're talking like point spreads or maps or whatever, I would say San Francisco's got at least a 2-up map.
Yeah, I would say San Francisco probably wins 4-2.
I would say 4-2. I think the Gladiators can fuck them on the first map because that control map. First of all, it's always Busan because they always pick Busan. Yeah. It's like we want to play something fun first before we dive into this meta bullshit.
Right.
Even though we're going to meta a little bit here, we could run a Widow if we wanted to, or
There's opportunities for us to play other things. Yeah,
so Busan is fun.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just our brains are trained that way because that's the only map we play.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like, okay, I know the ins and outs of this map more than the maps that have been on for the last 3 years.
Right. This map hasn't even been out for a year yet, and I feel like I know it better than half the other.
Yeah, I know it better than Hanamura.
Right.
Well, that's usually an instant dump.
Yeah.
Depending on how self-loathing I am that day.
Yeah, not as bad as Paris, though.
No, yeah, Paris, and we tried that last night, and that was just an idiot move.
That was dumb. Yep, it was bad.
But... Yeah, I'm going with San Francisco. You're going with San Francisco.
Yeah.
Everything just lines up in their favor. Tank line's even, and Surefour's great for the Gladiators, but it's not going to be enough.
I don't think San Francisco is going to go down here.
And I'm just going to say this: San Francisco's pissed.
Yeah,
they C9'd their way out of this match on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it realistically,
for sure they did.
Because they would have beaten New York. I don't know though. Man.
I don't know if they did. I don't know if they would have.
Saying they would beat New York. Well, we'll dive into that. Although secretly, Kel and I are rooting for New York to go all the way because if you guys pay attention to Reddit at all, someone put their skin up for the victory skin.
Yes.
So down for that.
Oh my god.
If you guys can see that, that's definitely. That's New York in a nutshell, right there. Well, I said I was saying if you do the whole team, you can have like some kind of Jersey Shore Moira.
Yeah.
Then I was like, well, then you can have you can do your support line could be JWoww and Snooki. You know, Mercy
God.
and then you automatically have a Sombra skin.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh,
I mean,
man.
you get Cardi Beer.
Or God, do you make Yeah, there's so many things
J-Lo.
you can do with all of those.
Jenny from the Block, man.
Oh God! All right.
Anyway,
so let's
dive into the map instead of praying to God that we get some stereotypical New York fucking thing.
Oh God!
It's true though, man. I live there
for sure.
They've been wearing
these things are.
They've been doing that since the '80s. That look has not changed except for the flat billed hat, man.
Right.
Before it was just like. It was a different colored Yankees or to match your outfit.
Yeah.
And then tag still on, sticker your sticker still on there, your New Era sticker still on there. It just morphed into this.
Right.
And it would be a Mets hat because Wilpon, but we're not getting nitpicky.
Right.
oh dude, I just came up with a better one. You know what you can do for an honest skin? That fucking Long Island medium. The chick with the big hair.
Oh God.
We got New York skins all planned out.
Right. Oh Jesus! Please no. All right.
Reinhardt could just be a fucking German tourist in New York City with all of the shit.
Yes. Give Genji a camera.
Okay. Graffiti all over fucking Reinhardt's shield, just like it's like a big graffitied fucking subway car. Oh yes. Yeah, I'm going back to my day in New York. They clean shit up there. Anyway, let's get into the match now. All right, so New York, Vancouver.
Big match of the weekend.
Big match of the weekend.
This is the first match that we will find out who is going to the Grand Finals.
Yep, and man, New York has been playing so good. And Vancouver has been too.
Vancouver has played exceptionally well,
and it was to be expected. I mean,
but at the same time, it's been quiet with how well they've been playing because they haven't been dominating, but they've been clutching out wins.
Yeah, and it's the quietly, Janu is playing the Sigma. Quietly, Tizzy's doing his job really well on Orisa. Mm-hmm. Hacksaw is not being quiet about how good he is on fucking Doomfist.
No,
I'm just putting it in.
Yeah.
Then because the thing with him is he could play so many different characters.
Yeah.
You could do the Pharah thing. You could do the Pharah Reaper madness.
There's so many different things that they could run and run well.
Yeah. They could do the immediate mirror picks, which it always happens, but they can try and counter it with something else because they're just that good, and their supports are on par with the best teams in the league. If not the best team in the league.
They might have one of the best support lines in the league for sure.
Twilight and Slime. I mean, how good they are. Like, it's just everybody's like going, "Ooh, Atlanta!" It's like because it's like, "Whoa, that came out of nowhere!" Whoa, Gladiators. Or actually, not even the Gladiators. Whoa, New York! Holy shit, they're New York! What's going on?
And it's New York is back.
Vancouver's just sitting over there going, "Hey guys, in case you haven't checked, teams have kind of come close, but not really, and we're one win away from going to
Grand Finals.
the big boy tournament.
Yeah,
the big boy game."
But that being said, are they going to be able to match what New York has been doing?
I don't know. New York, like we keep saying, this is New York's style of play.
Yeah.
It's the wait for the mistake, strike.
It's that grind it out.
Yeah.
Build your ultimates, conserve them as long as you can.
Use them appropriately. Yeah. But
like Jonek is playing freaking Moira, so he can yeet his ult all he wants.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter with Moira
because it just builds so fast.
But that being said, I have watched him a couple of times, and we did talk about this on Sunday. Like his usage of his ult when against the Sigma, the Flux.
Yes.
He knows exactly where to put as soon as he sees that, because it's actually better than his Transcendence use, if you really think about it. Because, I mean, that can be a devastating ult, and he knows where to put the beam. You don't heal him on the up, you heal him on the down and on the bottom, and he's just, meanwhile, you're moving it to the Sigma, and you're trying to get him out of the picture.
Right.
And he's just really good at that.
And, like, pushing the rest of their team off because they're taking too much. And,
yeah. And Meko and Mono do their thing.
Quietly amazing tank line. Like, neither of these guys are playing. They're not doing Gator things.
Yeah.
But
they're not doing stupid things either.
Right. Like,
and this is a better meta for them. I think they were not as good with that bunker, or they weren't even practicing that. In my estimation, my mental estimation there.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, they were actually sandbagging this one. But like the regular the way they were on the regular bunker with the off tank, the Roadhog, and the Orisa, that didn't work. But they found their play style with the Sigma.
Yes.
And now you got Sabiobi on the stage all the time, which is always what we always said they needed.
Yeah. In order for this team to reach their true elite status, Sabiobi has to be on the floor.
And he's a fantastic Reaper.
And he's a phenomenal Reaper, and just his flexibility with the characters that are being played right now is just... It takes him to another level.
Yeah, it does. And then Libero can play anything. Not quite Hacksaw God level crazy, but damn good.
Yeah, damn good.
Like more than above average.
Oh,
it's just like someone like Hacksaw is just like God.
Yeah,
and that's the one thing you got to deal with. And I think Libero, the way he plays Doomfist, because I've been watching, it's the reactionary Doomfist, going in when I can and kind of trying to get rid of the other Doomfist.
Yeah,
or at least get him out of the picture first.
Yes. Before
you go in and do your business.
Right.
It's kind of the 1v1 Widow battle thing.
He is much more the defensive Doomfist than he is the aggressor.
Yeah. And he waits for them to make a mistake, or he waits for that halt to come in and do the halt punch combo thing, get his shields on, and then do that. And CBOB, sometimes when he's doing the defensive thing, they're kind of like wondering what he's doing. CBOB's behind them mashing him.
Right.
With Reaper.
Right.
And he's good with it because he's playing it like Tracer.
Yeah.
I think when he can get to, because he played Tracer so much, when he gets to that, okay, I can Tracer this, like when he was playing Sombra.
Exactly.
I can kind of Tracer this.
Yep.
Come in, harass, backline, get out.
Exactly.
And
you're just harassing a slightly different part of that with Reaper than you are with
Tracer or Sombra.
You're harassing the tanks a little more than you're harassing the DPS
or the supports. But if you can get a good pick, like you get rid of the Moira,
you can obviously do that. But like because of their escapes, they're going to be a little bit better about doing that. But then if they try to do anything, you just be like, okay, I'm going to go heal off of your tank real quick.
Yeah.
until my escape's gone up, and then I'm going to go leave.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got that whole thing down, and he doesn't try to get too cheeky with the Death Blossoms either.
No,
that's the one thing. Like I didn't like. He's not like Surefour where he can do that sneaky. Yeah. I'm gonna dive in and get a 4K.
Right.
But he does it like everything else New York does, calculated. I might do a Death Blossom and get the Moira and maybe chunk down the Sigma down to about 2.
Yeah.
And, the Doomfist can finish him off or, whatever. Mm-hmm. He's more doing it that way.
For sure.
Which, it fits into their style. But I just like the way they're playing. I don't know who to pick in this game, though.
I don't either, but I'm leaning towards New York.
I am too. I think we're going to see... I think there's a good possibility we see this again.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, not throwing spoilers out for what we think is going to happen in the rest of the weekend, but yeah, I'm going to go New York too. We do this all the time. We create no controversy in our picks.
I know, right?
All right. For devil's advocate's sake, you know what? I'll go Vancouver.
I do think that Vancouver has a very good shot, and like this game is probably going to be one of the closest games we get this weekend, and
it's going to be
oh my god, it's going to be unreal,
absolutely crazy. All right, I'll take Vancouver just to make this more interesting pick wise. It's going to just to see where it goes.
To be fair, there's a very distinct possibility, like you said, that these two teams could meet again in the grand finals.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So now let's talk our theorizing for Saturday.
Yeah. So if we go by the picks that we've had so far, we would have Atlanta,
San Francisco,
Atlanta
part 2
versus San Francisco.
Ooh, it was really close last time.
Yeah.
I'd be really close this time. I think I'd have to go in the other direction.
I think I got to go with San Francisco.
For as close as it was, they were a C9 away from taking that whole thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm leaning San Francisco on that one.
Just as long as they don't play Rialto.
Yeah.
The fucking that corridor. People panic in that corridor.
They really do.
I do too. Like when I'm playing, because you're like, it's weird.
It's tight, but there's so many flanky spots too.
Yeah,
but like
I wouldn't call it panic, but like
the flank spots are like so far off from it too that like the choke is just so tight.
And you have all those weird doors and hallways and
it's super wonky.
Yeah, and I like it though. I like the wonkiness of it. Like but when you're attacking, there's so much that you're trying to figure out. Like where the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
there's so many different factors of where you got to watch out for people and all of those things. Like it gets crazy, and I can only imagine how much crazier it gets when it's this level of play.
It's like map 7 or map 8 or whatever it was.
Right.
The last thing that's going on. If you take that thing 2 more inches, you win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. And like so for them to get that opportunity to win again against the team, I just can't pick against them.
I got San Francisco.
Even if they play Hangzhou, I feel like I'm still going to go San Francisco.
Yeah, me too. So then that leaves Sunday.
So it would be San Francisco playing either New York or Vancouver, depending on which of our picks it is. Which, I mean, is kind of what we expected anyway. And this is to go to the grand finals, so it's going to be even crazier.
San Francisco, Vancouver. I'm going to go Vancouver. If it's San Francisco, Vancouver. They're done. They're done. They're done with San Francisco's games.
Yeah,
I think. I just feel like this is the one of the actual rivalries in the league.
Oh, for sure.
Like the New York London one, I think is a big rivalry. This is
a
one.
New one. Yeah.
This is as much as you want to call the LA one's kind of a thing too, but I think Vancouver, if they'll be licking their chops if they play San Francisco. I think it's the. Not Gladiator in terms of league. It's the Gladiator. Let's settle this once and for all in the middle of the fucking arena right now.
Right.
And I just think that they're going to not crush them, but they'll beat them.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. But I am also just the way that San Francisco has played all season and the way that they've responded to losses, just... man. Like, I have a hard time picking against them. But at the same time... God. I
think they have a better chance against New York than they do against Vancouver.
Yes, because if New York loses, then I think they lose a lot of confidence and they just don't have the same...
The rebounding ability.
Yeah, they don't have that same rebounding ability that either New York or that either Vancouver or San Francisco have.
Yeah.
And I think Vancouver would be better equipped to handle the loss to New York than
the other way around.
Yeah.
It would make Vancouver angry.
Yeah.
New York, it would kind of be the, oh fuck, here we go again.
Right.
That's the one thing I would, and that's the one factor with San Francisco playing New York, it's in the back of their heads, they're going, we're choking again.
Right. Like,
here we go. We had this.
Right.
We had this whole thing. We lost to Vancouver on, map 7.
Right.
We blew that. And now we're playing San Francisco to go.
Right.
Who's won 4 games in the losers bracket.
Exactly. Like, so.
Yeah.
Man. I do think that Friday might be a preview of what we're going to see in the grand finals.
Yeah.
But it really is a toss-up between these 3 teams.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it's going to come down to. Is
if New York wins, we're probably seeing Friday again. You're probably right.
Just in the sense that New York maintains what they've been doing, and no one can stop it. I think that's what happens.
They squeak one out against Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we're going New York Vancouver
Grand
finals. Right on. So
unless the only thing that kind of throws a wrench in that is if New York loses to Vancouver on Friday.
Yeah, or Hangzhou does something weird again.
Yeah. Or
Atlanta.
Somebody
steps up that you didn't think was going to step up.
Right.
However you want to.
Who knows? Any of that stuff is possible because I don't think very few people called Atlanta beating the Shock the way that they did. So
yeah.
Who knows? That's the great part of this whole league and this whole setup.
Double elimination thing.
Yeah.
San Francisco got another shot. To come back from that, and they've been playing mad.
Right. And when they play mad, oh my God, that's terrifying.
That's terrifying. Yeah. Exactly. Atlanta kind of snuck up on some people. They lost to New York in a not terrible match. Right. Semis or the winner's bracket loser gets another shot.
Right.
There's no shame in having one loss and going to the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to.
Exactly.
Even if you lose next to the last game, it's just I worry about New York if they lose.
Yeah.
That's my main.
I'm with you on that for sure.
All right. So that is going to do it for the preview, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. And everybody watching on YouTube, thank you very much for all of your views, all of the likes and subscriptions. And if you're new, please hit a like, hit a subscribe, and join us. Hit the bell, get alerts, all that kind of good stuff. It helps us out, helps us get up on the ladder and all that, and everybody can check us out. And if you're listening on a podcast catcher thing, either iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast catcher of choice. That's hard to say sometimes because you're saying podcast or catcher. Thanks a lot. Please hit a review. Tell us what you like about the show. Give us any suggestions or anything you guys think that we could do better. That would be fantastic. We're always looking to make ourselves better in this. And enjoy the matches, guys. We will see you Sunday night. And everybody have a good rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.
Catch you guys on the next one. Later.